Guys, this is Merlin Schumacher with a deck feature for you. People asked me about my stun deck. I ran at YCS Brighton and I made it top 16. That was way before Out of Chaos, so Insector and Windup weren't really playable decks back then. That has changed by now, and people found that my deck list wasn't very good for the current format because it loses to Insectors a lot, and Windup is a problem as well. So I just decided to make a new list, update the stun, and make it playable again and competitive. I got two versions as of right now. One which is like more against Windup, and one that's more against Insectors. And I'll show you both. Let's start off with the first one right away. That's the deck list. I run only one breaker because Windup and Insector hardly run any protection traps, except for Phoenix Chain, which I don't really care about because most of my monsters are not really bothered by Phoenix Chain, except for Grand Mole, Gale, and Dinah. Maybe DD Warley as well. So I run one Gale, one Breaker, two DD Warrior Ladies, which are mainly to get rid of Lagias and Zen mains, which cause huge problems to most anti-meta decks. Triple Doom Calibanite, because they're just amazing against Insectors, really good against Windups. Triple Dinah. Dinah is just still so good against Windup. And also, if you get to have a safe zone with it, if your opponent goes Dragonfly, tries to shoot it, you can safe zone your Dinah, your opponent won't be able to special summon, and you can run over the Dragonfly, which is really good. One Grand Mole, like getting rid of all sort of stuff, Synchro and Exceed wise. Triple Reaper, mainly for the Windup matchup, because Windup doesn't really have any good outs to Reaper. And also for the Rabbit matchup, because I think Rabbit's still a big deck around until March ban lists will be there. And Triple Thunder King, because Thunder King is just so amazing against Windup and Rabbit and plants as well, and Dark World, and it's a light, and it's a 1900 beat stake, yeah. Not much more to say about it. For the spells, I ran one Book, one Dark Hole, triple Pot, two Shrink over Lances, because I still got like these small beaters with Breaker, Gale, Double Warrior Lady, Gramole, and Triple Dinah that won't be strong enough to beat a Synchro or XYZ, for example, Dolka or Lagia, with Lance. So I decided to use Shrink, because Shrink just subtracts more ATK, and yeah, my monsters don't really need the protection so much. Just gotta be a little more careful not to overextend too much, and not to be torrential tributed or mirror forced or Darkhold. Then I run two Smashing for the Dolkas and to get rid of Reapers and BLSs, Hyperions, some kind of stuff like that. That's too big to get over it with the monsters. Two Bottomless, mainly for Centipede and Rabbit matchup. One Bribe, one Star Leader to protect my field, as well as a Solemn. Triple Prison mainly for the Rabbits. Triple Macro is just amazing against Windup and Insector. Two Warnings, and two Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity's Emptiness is so good, and especially with Macrocosmos face out on the field, it's amazing, because it won't get destroyed at all, unless Macrocosmos is MST'd. I run a third copy in my side deck for the Windup matchup, and yeah, card's really good. Then for the side, I mainly side for the plant matchup, because plants are a problem if they side into some sort of anti-meta as well, because they still have their removals and their explosivity, but also their beaters, and can become a problem. So I'd probably side Fissures as well, just to have Macro Fissure out all the time, same for Dark World. And then for the Rabbit matchup, I side this engine, Triple Rico and Hamster, which is kind of random but works out good. And if Insectors or Windups are like terrible bastards and try side in Decree, just for the heck of it, put in 3 MST and 2 side rings for Karakuris, and to get rid of Sandmains easier. Yeah, Third smashing is really random. That's just in there because I didn't think of anything else to put in. But in general, the side deck is just not what I would run on a tournament. Just randomly stuff together stuff that could work out well. But I didn't really put much effort into the side or extra deck because this is not a tournament deck as of right now. I would finalize it just before the tournament and put a good side deck on it. And Dueling Network has best of one match most of the time, so this should work out as well. Yeah, and extra deck is pretty random as well. Just put in everything you could possibly get out, but didn't really put much effort into that either. Okay, second list is coming in right now. This is my second list. This one's more against Insectors and less against windups. Still really good against windups though. And it's much more like my older build, like the one I used in Brighton. So you could really call this my Brighton deck 2.0. Decklist coming in right now. Run triple Banisher. Card's really good against Insectors. They can't get over it. They need to double it with Centipede or try to run over it and take the risk of getting prisoned or lanced or fall into the bottomless, something like that. One Gale, double Cyber Dragon main, just to get rid of the annoying Zen mains, because in this one I don't run Warrior Ladies. Triple Dyna, Grandma Double Reaper, and Triple Thunder King. For the spells, I run Lances over Shrink in this build, because I got the Cyber Dragons, I got the Banishes, which are slightly stronger. Also, I got the Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, which might, really might, just might, kill the Gale. So if I really need the Gale effect, I can still use it along with Lance. Then I run double Prohibition. Prohibition is just an amazing card in my opinion in this current format. Just imagine the top 5 metagame decks, which is Plants, Dark World, Rabbit, Insectors, and Windups. For plants, there's not really that much you can prohibit, but for Rabbit, you say Rabbit or you say Dolkalaga, depending on which one would annoy you more. For Dark World, you say Gruffa or Gates. For Insector, you say Hornet. For Windup, you say either Hunter, Rat, or Zenmaity, and that will basically kill the deck. As long as you can keep Prohibition face up, those decks will really not do much. So the cards are really amazing in my opinion, and I really wonder why not many people run that at least in their sideboards. Because in this format there's so many decks that really rely on one card to go through their combos, and you can easily prohibit that and get around it. Yeah, also run Smashing Ground, one Bottomless, Bribe Starlight, double Prison, double Safe Zone, double Shadow Imprisoning. Shadow Imprisoning is just for 3 out of the 5 top decks, which is wind up with their Hunter, Insector all in general, and Darkwill of course. And yeah, kills those 3 decks as well. Well, it doesn't really kill Wind Up, but Wind Up won't be able to do the hand combo with that, so yeah. Still works a little there. Yeah, then I run the 3 Solemns, Solemn Judgment, Double Warning, Mirror Force, and only 1 Vanity's Emptiness in the main deck. Side deck is just to adjust for the matchups. If I run into more plants in Wind Up, I'll put in more Vanity's Emptiness, Macrocosmos, and Prison Bottomless for another anti-meta matchup. Same with MSTs. I still expect TG Stun to be around. Third Shadow Imprisoning if I really face Dark World or Insectors. Double Whaler for the Karakuri matchup. Reaper, Double Lava Golem, and Doom Caliber for Rabbit matchup. And extra deck is kind of random as well. Really just put in everything I could possibly get out and then pressed save deck. Good to go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my video and found this interesting. Shoot me your ideas on the decks, and anti-meta players, stun players, keep it up, top the tournaments, and win some. I'll do my best as well. See you around, see you in Brighton next year maybe. I'll be in Long Beach, California at the YCS, so if you wanna meet me, come see me there. Yeah, Have a good time. Happy dueling, I guess.